Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Shots Fired Podcast DFW. As usual, and as always, you got your boy Big Joe.
You got your boy Two Trill.
And you got your boy Julio the Don.
Don Julito.
And with us on the ones and twos, you got your boy Jay. He's in the background. He will make himself known throughout
What up,
the
peeps?
podcast. There he goes. There he is. So we're going to get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to hop first into a preview of the Cowboys and Packers. T, take it away.
We have ourselves a banger coming on Sunday. 3:30.
Central.
We will take on the Cheeseheads. I want to talk to y'all boys. I want to go around the table because I got a couple things I want to discuss regarding this game. So I'm going to start with you, Big Joe. And I want to know number one, what is your prediction for the game, score prediction? And also I want to know, and we'll go around the table with this, but just so everybody will know, I want to know one offensive player and one defensive player that is going to be vital to the Cowboys winning on Sunday.
Oh, man. All right. Great question. First of all, I would say my initial prediction is Cowboys win it 34-17. That's my score prediction. We're going to double up the Packers. Offensively, I think the contributor that's going to make the most difference offensively, obviously, is it's a two-piece. It's Dak and Ceedee. If Dak plays well, this team rolls on. If Dak plays bad, this team will not get out of the wild card round. And it's just that simple. I do think the success does rely heavily on how early and often we get Ceedee involved. I think the other person that you need to look at is Big Ferg. Make sure that he's, contributing as well. You get him involved. My biggest fear though is our offensive line. What that's going to look like. Are we going to have like a makeshift line, or who's playing, who's not?
I mean, why are you concerned there though? Because we relatively healthy. I think the only person we missed out on was obviously Tyler Smith, but they said he's trending upward, and Zach Martin missed the last game with an illness, but we didn't really need him, and he's been practicing.
Yeah.
So
Green Bay gets a good pass rush with their 4 down linemen. That's why I say, like, we have, me personally, I'd like to have our starting 5, our ideal starting 5 out there. And Tyler to me is the biggest factor, man. Like, if he's healthy, him and Tyron gonna anchor that left side, and we'll be fine. But if we're putting in a Bass, now we're looking like, okay, like what are we gonna get from that O-line? Defensively, I'm not gonna say the obvious, which a lot of people are gonna say, okay, maybe Micah. I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna say Tank. Is Tank gonna be involved? Is Tank gonna make a difference stopping the run? Because that's ultimately what Green Bay has to make their hay on in this game, is the run. So to me, Tank's the better run defender. Tank has to show up and he has to have a solid game. So offensively, Dak and Ceedee. Defensively, Tank is my pick.
Okay, I like that. I can agree with that to a degree. Julio, take it away.
Well, for me, to start off, my prediction for the game, I'm going to keep it simple. I believe the Cowboys is going to win this game 42-10. They will drop a 40 burger on these boys. Yep, you heard it right. They will drop a 40 burger on these boys. They're going to prove.
Hey, what you say in the last podcast, T? He a 40 burger every game.
Boy,
every game. Every game. You can call it how you want it, but that's what's going to happen. But for me, it's going to be one of those games to where we definitely show that we can overpower this defense, hands down. we have, for me, the key player for the offense is going to be Dak Prescott. If he's on and he's hot, Ceedee, get him rolling, get Big Ferg rolling, get everybody involved, spreading the ball out. I think that it's going to be a phenomenal game by him. I think he's going to outshine. He's going to shut everybody up as far as his playoff play is concerned going into this first round. So for me, that's a gimme. Dak is going to be the one that outshines. It's going to help our offense get to where we need to get to, and as long as he keeps rolling the way he's been rolling these last couple weeks, it's going to be really, really hard for that defense to stop him. Now, as far as the defense go, I agree with Joe 100% on this one. A lot of people would say that everybody's going to want to call out Micah. That Micah is going to be the one that outshines, but honestly, I'm going with Tank as well. He's been flying under the radar, so to speak, almost the entire season. I think that now during the postseason, he is going to be the one that outshines. He's going to show that he is also a threat, and he is not only a run threat, he's going to be rushing the passer. He's going to be doing it all. So I'm looking at Tank being that force for us on the defense to outshine, to outperform, and to help our defense get to that, to make sure that we get those stops when we need them the most. So for me, it's really, really simple as far as that goes, and I don't see the Cowboys losing this game whatsoever.
I like that take. I like both of y'all's takes. I can agree. I like the fact that y'all didn't go with the obvious. We need Micah to show up and pick the secondary player that we need. Jay, what you got for me?
Well, I hate to jump on this bandwagon, and it's not a bandwagon, but we do need Dak. We do need Dak to step up and play how we know he can play in a big game.
You mean we as in me? Because y'all,
we as in me,
you and Joe.
Hey, who is y'all? First off, who is y'all?
I said you and Joe, him and Joe. My bad, bro. Go ahead.
But we do need him to show up offensively. However, we can't leave out. I think everybody left out this one person, Cooks. Cooks has to get involved more often.
This is true.
Ceedee playmaker. I mean, if you want a big play, give the ball to your playmaker and make it happen. Big Ferg needs to be involved, especially third down. If we're gonna go for it on fourth down, give it to him. Do an end around with him. I guarantee you, people ain't gonna stop him. Defensively, I think Bland has been non-existent, which is crazy. I think he needs to be involved greatly.
He just had a pick.
That was last game, one pick. I mean, we were going.
He leads the league. I'll say that he leads the league.
He does
9, and he's got 6 of those. 5 or 6.
They really haven't been targeting Bland like that these last few weeks. But go ahead.
I still need him jump a route. If the ball comes your way, jump a route. Make it difficult. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And of course, up front, you do need. I wouldn't say Micah, because Micah's. We all know Micah slows down towards this time of year.
This is where he needs to pick it up in the playoffs.
He does need to pick it up.
There
I
ain't
agree.
no holding nothing back at this point. You're where you want to be.
I don't want to see any. I don't complain. I don't need you looking like LeBron out there on the field after every play. Like,
looking for a flag.
Yeah. No. Quit. I mean, I understand you get held. I get that. I talk to my son about that all the time. He gets double teamed. He's a big kid. He gets double teamed all the time. And I told him this past year, don't complain to me. Don't complain to the refs. Do something about it. If you're tired of it, do something about it. So,
Hit him up in the mouth.
Yeah. Hit
I
'em
didn't say that, but yeah,
over and over.
yeah.
And over and over again.
But yeah, I think that's the keys to success for us, and I think we will win. I think we'll win. I'm not gonna. I can't see us dropping 40. I'm gonna say 35, 35 to 14.
Just
That's what I'll
commit,
say.
man, and
35
go
to
to the 40.
14.
Go to the 40.
I mean, that's more reasonable. I can't disagree with that. I got a similar score prediction. Mine is 31-17. I think that, the obvious pick offensively is that we need Dak to play well, but outside of the quarterback, I think this game is the game that we really get Jake Ferguson involved. He's a matchup nightmare for the smaller DBs that they have.
Or slower linebackers.
Yeah.
Slower linebackers, but they got youth. So they still got a little bit of speed at linebacker, but I don't think their linebackers can cover Ferguson.
Right.
And I also think that the backup tight end, he gets some plays in this game. Peyton Hendershot. I think he's going to be. I'm not going to give him 100, but I think he get about 50 to 60 yards this game. And I think Big Ferg, he gets 100 or over. I see us spreading the ball around offensively, obviously to Ceedee, because we need to get him his targets and let him cook. And then to your point, Gerald, we do need Cooks to be involved. We need him involved just as much as we need Ceedee involved in this game, especially with the reports were is that Alexander, their cornerback, dealing with an ankle issue. So it's uncertain if he's going to play right now or not. Defensively, I think that I like the fact that y'all put Tank in there and Gerald, you threw Deron Bland out there, but I think the person that we're going to need to really be involved and make an impact in this game, because we know what Green Bay is going to want to do. They're going to want to run the ball with Aaron Jones. They run up the middle. They run outside. They love doing pull counters and inside runs with him, and then they throw the ball to him as well. But in the run game, the one person we need to step up and make an impact is going to be Jonathan Hankins. We're going to need Jonathan Hankins to make an impact in this game because we know that Green Bay is going to want to run the ball. Outside of Big Hank, the obvious pick for me would be Gilmore. We're going to need him to shut down whatever wide receiver is on his side of the field.
Dealing with a bad shoulder, bro.
Bro, it ain't bad. It just came out. They popped
It
it
was
back in place.
dislocated, dog.
That's just a pop back in place, bro.
He'll
Make sure he got full range of motion with his shoulder. He
rub some dirt in it.
He's gonna be good, bro.
Bro, they got the top trainers in the NFL, man. Come on, bro. He good. He all right.
And then they got the best drugs. They got the best drugs. So he's gonna be good, bro. I'm not really worried about Gilmore and that injury. I think that the what we should expect to see from him is what we've seen all season. And then as far as Deron Bland and Jordan Lewis, I just want them to do their job. Now, Green Bay has some receivers. You can't take that away from them. They have receivers. They're three receivers. They as good as any young group in the league. But I think the experience that we have, we should be able to leverage that into the turnovers, into the PBUs. We ought to be good at cornerback. Now, our linebackers and safeties, different issue. We are undersized at linebacker. We've said that on numerous shows. So I'm going to be really looking to see, what that second level looks like when they run the ball. And then when they run those those intermediate passes over the middle, because I went back and looked at a lot of their highlights, bro, they not throwing 60-yard bombs. They running a lot of intermediate stuff, shallow and intermediate. So our first and second level is going to really have to hold up. and then the safeties will have to come down and lay the bang. But I do think Dallas wins this game. I think we win comfortably, 31-17 or 31-17. Yeah, I don't think. If Green Bay has a lead, they may score first 7-0, and then we take off and run with it.
Yeah, man, I do think that's the biggest thing is Aaron Jones is a Cowboys killer, man.
Man,
And what we have to do is we got to get up early and we got to get a couple of scores in to where we take that option away.
exactly.
We can't.
It has to be where it's like we're gonna force you to pass the ball because the run game ain't gonna help you,
Right.
and then that feeds into what we do best defensively, and that is rush the passer. But if it's close and Aaron Jones is out there running the rock, we're not in a position to stop that.
We're in trouble.
We can't let it be close, first of all.
Exactly.
That's first and foremost.
Yeah.
Secondly, we can't get comfortable and let them run the ball
No.
to begin with. It just can't happen. Everybody that picks that blueprint against us hurts us, and we end up either losing or being close to losing, and then we have to pull a miracle out of our butthole to win the game. Pause.
Hey, you know what? Nobody mentioned this guy, and I do think that eventually he's going to have to play some sort of factor if we're going to have long-term success in the playoffs, and that's Tony Pollard. We have to establish some semblance of a run game because you
we're gonna need him to show up.
Yes, you cannot just throw the pill 50, 60 times a game. It's not going to work. You gotta be able to establish the run somewhere.
Didn't we pick up a running back?
Than right now.
Didn't we pick up a running back
from Seattle's practice squad? I think.
Yeah,
maybe that's
he's going to contribute.
But maybe that's part of the plan, though. Hopefully.
We'll see.
Hey, y'all think Lyle gets some PT in this game?
No.
None?
Nah.
What?
I mean, unless there's a substantial injury to the offensive line, I don't see him being even in the game whatsoever. But you never know. We are talking playoffs now, and as we know, our offensive
anything goes.
Hey, if Tyler can't like if Tyler if he can't go, then you're looking at would you consider throwing Lyle at guard maybe where he doesn't have to be quick on his feet, he could just be a mauler?
Yeah.
Just sidestep.
I would.
You know, the one thing I'm gonna keep an eye on this game is if we do happen to fall behind, I'm gonna keep an eye on what Bones has up his bag of tricks on special teams to get the mojo going, because we all know, bro.
Hey, Mike McCarthy done shut his shit all the way down.
Bro, we'll go out there and we'll be flat-footed, and we don't like, we're not doing anything. We look bland as hell. So hopefully we don't go out there with that game plan. But
yeah,
I do think that if we do fall behind, I'm gonna look to see what Bones got up his bag of tricks to get the, to spark momentum and get us up and get us ready. Because I mean, Dak has been killing it lately, bro. But Joe, you know more than I do, bro. Throwing the ball 50 to 60 times a game, that's not a winning recipe.
That's definitely not. Nope. Especially ours, because what you don't want is you don't want to put Dak in a position. I mean, he's grown a lot, but what you don't want is to put him in a position where he's throwing 50, 60 times in a game. And at that point, I don't care what quarterback you have, somebody's bound to throw a couple in the defense's hands.
Oh yeah, of course.
If you hit that one or two times in a game, even if you win, the confidence is shaken even a little bit. Where it's like,
because
I don't want to revert.
You got it in your head on what didn't work. So the run game wasn't working. We
Yeah.
can't run the ball. So now we
So we
got to
might
go
as
out
well
there and run the
throw.
ball.
Yeah.
And we are the team that'll we'll run it 5 times and get 6 yards and just completely go away with it.
Yeah, just be like,
Yeah.
yeah, we're done.
Bro,
Yep.
and some of y'all were linemen, bro. Y'all know to run the ball and run the ball successfully, you have to stick with it. You have to
Yeah.
stick with it.
You have to.
do.
So,
Yeah.
You
Yep.
you gotta stick with it, and you gotta have balls.
mhm,
Like that's man on man.
yeah,
Like that's one man telling another man, "I'm gonna move your ass, and there ain't nothing you can do about it."
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And,
And if you ain't
but
got a
what
line that's got that mentality, it's a wrap.
but
Yep.
what I
But
did
that's
like
the same-
versus go ahead, Julio. Go ahead, bro.
It goes the same way for the defense too. Our defensive line. I know that we were talking earlier about Aaron Jones running the rock on us. You know, normally he kills us when it comes to running the rock, but you know that also goes for our defensive line. You know, Odigizua, Hankins, Jonathan Hankins, all those guys need to step up their game and be able to make those run stops when we need them. We
Yeah.
can't allow
Yeah,
we can't allow any type of run game coming from Green Bay. We need to stop that early on, kill it, and like you guys said, force them to pass the damn ball. If we
yeah,
can get them to give up on the run, like most teams make us give up on the run,
Yeah.
then we've succeeded at that point.
yeah,
Yep.
bro. The thing with us this year versus the previous years when we played Green Bay or Aaron Jones is I feel like we got speed to get to the edge faster than what we did in previous years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we had some linebackers, but we were dealing with Jalen Smith, and he wasn't
No
what he
flat
was
foot, bitch.
when he came out of college. Um, I
Drop
mean,
foot, bitch.
Vander Esch wouldn't. He just wasn't seeing the holes the
Oh,
right
broke
way.
neck,
The
Oh,
bitch.
bro.
Broke neck, bitch.
uh, but yeah, man, like the D linemen just got to have gap integrity this game, bro, and we should be fine. Like we shouldn't
Yeah.
have anything to worry about, and then we on the Tampa Bay
Yes,
or
sir.
whoever the hell out
Or
there.
I think it'll be Detroit or somebody like that. But
It could be the Eagles, Detroit, or Tampa Bay. And speaking of, out of those 3 potential games, and Joe, I'll get to you after this, but I just want to ask y'all real quick. Out of those 3 games, who would y'all want to face the most
Philly.
matchup wise, and who would you not want to see?
I would want to see Philly for sure because they ain't talking about shit right now.
So
Philly
rank
is
them.
they,
So Philly is who you would want to see.
okay, and then who I
Then
wouldn't want to see is Detroit
Yep.
so
because
you'll go Philly, Tampa Bay, Detroit.
right,
Yep.
Okay.
just because Detroit still got a thorn in their side after that loss.
100%.
And what you
Yep.
don't want is a ultra motivated Detroit team coming in here feeling that they really got something to prove. Now I don't
They
feel
think they balls is bigger than mine.
like I don't think that they would have the same success this go round, but at the same time, you don't want to push your luck. So to me, I love to see Philly because they're hobbled right now. Tampa Bay, I'm not really scared. Baker Mayfield doesn't scare me.
I mean, not 9-0 was their last game.
Yeah, right.
They kicked
But I mean,
3 field goals.
they rested some players, and
I,
then
come on, man.
Detroit, man. I really don't want to see Detroit.
I mean, bro, I'm gonna be honest. Put any of them motherfuckers up in front of me, and I feel confident that we go out there and win the game, bro. I'm not scared of Philly. I've said that all season.
Yes.
I'm not scared of Tampa Bay and shake and bake Mayfield. I think Gilly can shut down Mike Evans, and I'm not really scared of nobody else on the team. And then Detroit, yeah, we got away with a technicality probably in that game. But bro, bring them back out here. I feel like we'll win again, and we might win in convincing fashion.
That's what I think.
Yeah,
Welcome to the dark
the
side.
only team that I want to hold off on seeing in the NFC is the 49ers. That's the only team I want to hold off on seeing. Everybody else, I like our chances, bro. Period.
Period.
Now, I will say as of late, the Rams look pretty good playing football. Like that guy, your receiver that you wanted to draft and you wanted here in Dallas, Puka Nakua. He looked good, bro. But still, I feel confident that we'll beat them or we'll win the game. We probably might win by 3, but
hey, we beat the brakes off of them early this year.
yeah,
Yep.
but they weren't playing like
We
they
did.
are now, bro. They
Yeah.
weren't playing like they are now. And
They're
we
playing
all
like
know,
a squad, bro.
When you get
We'll
into the
find out.
playoffs, you only get one of them things.
Yep.
It's 1 week at a time. You got 4 more weeks to go. After
Well,
this week,
seeing
we
how-
got 3.
Well, seeing how they're the lowest seed, no matter if they win or whatever, if they win, they're gonna see San Francisco before they see us, and they got to beat San Francisco to see us.
But that's
So-
a division game, bro.
I
It's
think
a division
that's
It
the
could go either
best
way.
team to knock out San Francisco outside of Dallas playing
Oh
San
yeah, of
Francisco.
course.
Yeah.
Of
Is
course.
the Rams.
So for me, I agree with you 100%, T. I don't care who you put in front of us. It don't matter who the hell it is.
Yeah, we
I
know
wanna
you don't
see-
because you gonna say
I
we
want
gonna
to
win.
see
We gonna put
Detroit.
40
I want to see Tampa Bay. I want to see Philly. I want to see all them. We're going to stomp the shit out of anybody who gets in front of us. That's
But that wasn't the
what I
question. The
got to
question
say.
was rank them.
right.
Yeah, I want to see. I want to see them all first. All of them.
You
all of
can't
them at
see
the
them all
same
You
time.
can't see them all first,
At
bro.
the same time. All
Back
of
to
them.
back.
Okay, bro.
Back
In
to
the
back.
Even
divisional
San
round-
Francisco.
In the divisional round, who do you want to see next? Do you want to see Tampa Bay first, or
Philly.
Detroit, or Philly? Like,
If
who
I
would
had
you
to
rather
pick
play in the
one,
next round?
I would love to play Detroit again. That's what I want to see first.
Mm.
I would pick
Okay.
Detroit first. After that, I'm not even worried about Tampa Bay. So I would say Philly after that, and then Tampa after that. So that's the way that I would rank.
I mean, it's gonna be here anyways, and we know what we do at
Exactly.
home.
So
And I'm
if
not
you
trying to
weren't-
be a
if you
homer,
weren't
but-
worried about Tampa Bay, wouldn't they be ahead of Philly?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I'm just
Didn't I say that?
No, you're like, I'm not
No,
even
you
worried
said-
about Tampa,
said-
so I'd rather see Philly next. I was like, what?
Detroit, Tampa, and then Philly. Yeah.
So
No,
Philly
you
would be
said-
who you would least.
Philly
wanna
would be in the
play.
middle.
Right.
Okay. Well, then Detroit, Philly, and then Tampa. So it don't matter.
Okay.
It don't matter which
It-
way
it don't
goes
matter. It
anyway.
don't matter to who.
Big snake,
You
big
putting
hole.
40
No,
burgers on
Damn,
everybody.
big snake, big hole, big. I don't give a damn. Call it
We
what
put
you
40
want.
burgers on everybody. So
On
sad.
everybody.
Done.
That's a Don definite right there.
Yeah.
We put
That's
40
right.
on everybody.
Even
Hey,
on
we'll
San
put a 40
Francisco
burger on
at
them
Levi Stadium.
Philadelphia Eagles.
Woo.
Shit.
Jay, what about you, bro? Who would you like to see in that order?
I'm gonna have to go Philly first. I feel like they're demotivated.
Bro,
They're not
AJ Brown
even-
didn't even show up to practice.
Yeah,
Who?
I mean,
AJ Brown.
Wow.
I think they're already on the next year. You know,
They're
Messed
about
up
to
his
clean
knee,
house.
They
They're
already
about to
checked
clean
out.
house. Yeah.
Yeah, they checked out already.
yeah. You know how it is. Whenever it's like end of the year, fuck it, I'm done.
We ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
And that's a sorry mentality, boy. Go ahead, bro.
And then after that, I would say Shake and Bake and boys down in Tampa. I mean, even though Tampa Bay is my secondary team, they haven't played up to snuff.
What?
It's my secondary team. It's always been my second since
Tampa
Tony
Bay.
Dungy. Since Tony Dungy was their coach,
Bro,
that's
you
been
are-
my secondary team.
You are for. Go ahead, bro.
Now who I don't want to see, like you said, Joe,
division is
I do
trash.
not want to see the 49ers at all. Not right now.
The Lions.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. My bad. I mean, I want to see them, but that would be another like butt clincher game Pause. Just like how it was the first time. It was too close. It shouldn't have been that close. And it was too close. And I feel like Detroit, they have a coach that they will die for. I feel like. And that's a dangerous team. That is one that they're all bought in on the same thing. We're out here to prove everybody wrong. We're going to win a championship. We don't care what you throw at us. We don't care if the refs cheat. We don't care if they're paid off. We don't give a fuck. We're going to win. And that's a dangerous team. And I think they're going to carry that momentum into the playoffs. So.
Yeah, they'll get to the divisional round and lose. But I digress. I like the Lions, though, man. I like what Dan Campbell has done with their team. I like the players that he's brought in. I mean, I've never been a big Jared Goff fan, but he's playing his ass off. And they have a run game that helps him, that helps him look good. Because we've seen what he looks like when any team he's been on don't have a run game. So, I'm not going to sit here and sit on the Lions because they are a good football team and they very well could have won that game that they played here versus us. But if we don't shoot ourselves in the foot and we don't go out there and fuck up, bro, I'm not worried about any team because we putting up numbers at home, which is where these games will be held. Mike McCarthy is coaching out of his mind right now, and surprisingly, none of these games he hasn't been the reason that we've lost a game. As well as Dak. Like Dak looks like a top 3 quarterback right now. Over the last it ain't even 8 games. It's like the last 11 games. So since the San Fran loss on, Dak has been top tier. So I'm not really worried about any team. I'm not even worried about the 49ers because I feel confident that we can beat the 49ers. The thing is that matchup with them is just a terrible matchup because they got players at every position, whereas we have some tier 2, tier 3 players like Jordan Lewis on George Kittle. That's a matchup nightmare every fucking day. So I'm not really worried about any team, man. I think as long as we don't get in our own way, hopefully it doesn't happen this year and we get to this damn Super Bowl or at least the NFC Championship game. But I feel confident that we'll go out there and beat the Packers, and then anybody else in the second round, not worried about them at all.
They can all get it.
So
Exactly.
Has Mike earned Big Mike status again, or is he just still Mike?
I mean, if we get past the divisional round, I'll call him Big Mike. I'll come right here, sit in this chair, and say Big Mike called the game of his life.
Hey, we gotta have it, man. But it starts with Sunday, 3:30 Central.
Yep.
Cowboys, Packers. Hopefully, we're considering a live stream for that game, but we'll see